Hey, gritty kids. Welcome back to Gritty Kids Podcast. I am Miss Erin, and I am so happy that you are here with me. The book I'm going to share with you today is one of my all-time favorites. It's called When Aidan Became a Brother. The author's name is Kyle Lukoff, and the illustrator's name is Kailani Juanita. They are both incredibly talented and have won many awards for their work. I'm only going to read some of the pages in this one today, and I'm only going to read through it once. I hope that you might be able to see and hold this special book in your own hands and have a grown-up you love read it to you. As I read through, I will stop and talk to you a little bit about the story. Then I will end by reminding you how wonderful you are. I will also share how you and your grown-ups can learn more about Aidan, the author, and the illustrator. Just a reminder, if you hear this sound, that means I'm going to stop reading the author's words and use my own words to talk about the story. Then, when I play this sound, it means I'm going to start reading the author's words again. If you hear this sound, that means I'm turning the page. If you are following along at home, you can turn the page with me. When Aidan Became a Brother by Kyle Lukoff, illustrated by Kailani Juanita. The first thing I notice when I open up this book is a kid looking very unhappy, sitting at a small round table with a tea set in front of them. The room looks really fancy, pretty. There are ruffly decorations and a canopy bed with pom-poms, twinkly lights, and lots of toys. When I look closely, though, some of the toys look broken. There is a fancy crown that is cracked, a duck pull toy whose string is broken, a princess wand split in half, and a doll thrown on the floor with its dress next to it. The kids' parents are in the room too, but they don't seem to mind the broken toys or their unhappy child. I think the words on this page might give us some more information. The words say, when Aidan was born, everyone thought he was a girl. His parents gave him a pretty name. His room looked like a girl's room, and he wore clothes that other girls liked wearing. Oh, okay. Poor Aidan. I think I understand a little bit more now. There's an important word that we use to talk about a kid like Aidan, and that word is transgender. Can you try saying that with me? Transgender. A lot of the time we just say trans, and that's okay too. The word trans means change. Gender is a more complicated word, but one way to understand it is that it means the way people act or feel and how that is seen by other people as part of a category like man or woman or girl or boy. Have you ever heard someone say something like, "That's for girls," or "That's for boys"? Well, The truth is, there aren't really things that are just for girls or just for boys. And some people don't feel like a boy or a girl. They sometimes identify as non-binary. Do you want to try that word? Non-binary. Good. And might use the words they, them to describe themselves instead of she, her, or he, him. All of those words, they, them, she, her, he, him, those are all words called pronouns. Our friend Aidan is not non-binary. He's a trans boy, which means that when he was born, the way his body looked made his parents think that he was a girl and tell other people that he was a girl. But inside, he knows that he is really a boy. It's sort of silly, but a lot of grown-ups think that they know all of these things about who their child is when they're just a baby. But usually we don't start even knowing who we are or what we like until we're a little bit older. In this picture, it looks like Aidan and his parents might not know yet that he is really a boy. I think that Aidan does know already that something feels frustrating and wrong with the toys he has and the clothes he is wearing. I wonder if that is part of why he looks so sad, and maybe why some of the toys we might think of as girl toys are broken. That would be so hard and confusing. Let's keep reading. The words on this page say, but as Aidan got bigger, he hated the sound of his name. He felt like his room belonged to someone else, and he always ripped or stained his clothes accidentally on purpose. Oh, Aidan, how frustrating and upsetting. In this picture, he is jumping angrily into a big mud puddle, getting his nice dress all muddy. His fists are clenched and his eyebrows are furrowed. The words on this next page say, everyone thought he was just a different kind of girl. Some girls had rooms full of science experiments and bug collections. Lots of girls didn't wear dresses. This can be really confusing for other people. There are two pictures on this page. The picture on the top is of Aidan with his friends, who are girls, playing with bugs. This is the first time we see Aidan smiling. That must be something that he really likes, nature. On the first page, I remember seeing a few drawings of and books about trees. The second picture on this page is at the bottom. Aidan is standing behind his two friends who are happily eating ice cream. Aidan's ice cream scoop has fallen to the ground, and Aidan looks sad and confused again. Aidan's friends are girls, and they like bugs and nature, and they don't wear dresses. I think we all know that being a girl or a boy, or a kid who is non-binary, has much less to do with your clothes or interests. It is something you know inside. It can be hard for some people to see and understand on the outside. I love this page. It is the first genuine smile we see from sweet Aidan. He has climbed up onto his dresser and is looking at himself in the mirror. And there are scissors next to him and hair all over. Aidan cut off his long hair. The words say, but Aidan didn't feel like any kind of girl. He was really another kind of boy. Oh, I'm so proud of Aidan and so happy that he knows who he is. I wonder what his parents will think of that haircut. How long your hair is doesn't have anything to do with being a girl or a boy. That's an inside thing. Only you know how it feels good to you to have your hair. Girls and boys can have long or short hair. It's just a preference. Sometimes our grown-ups might tell us how we should wear our hair, but we know inside how we really wish it was. On the next page, the words say, "It was hard to tell his parents what he knew about himself, but it was even harder not to." It took everyone some time to adjust, and they learned a lot from other families with transgender kids like him. The illustrator has drawn 2 pictures again. The picture on the top shows Aidan's parents hugging and kissing him right after he cuts his hair. I think that after he cut his hair, Aidan told his parents that he was really a boy. It looks like Aidan's parents love him just the same, with a different hairstyle and as a different gender than they had thought. Those words I read first, it was hard to tell his parents what he knew about himself, but it was even harder not to. Those words are really important. Sometimes it is hard to tell our grown-ups things that we think might upset or disappoint them, but it's actually harder to keep that secret inside. In the bottom picture, it looks like Aidan and his parents are at a picnic with other parents. I bet the other kids are also transgender like Aidan. I'm so proud of Aidan. I am also so proud of his parents for finding ways to understand and love him. Here, we see Aidan's new room. I can tell it is the same room, but there's much more green and plants all over. Instead of a fancy canopy bed, there is a sheet draped over the top of Aidan's bed that makes it look like a tent. The poofy, fancy decorations are gone, along with the princess and queen toys. I even see that Aidan has cut up his old dresses and sewn them together into a cool explorer cape and flag. It looks like his hair has grown a little bit. He has a new hairstyle and new clothes, a t-shirt and shorts. Oh, and he kept his pink bunny slippers. Wow, Aidan looks so much happier, so much more himself. The words on this page say, Aidan explored different ways of being a boy. He tried out lots of names until one stuck. They changed his bedroom into a place where he belonged. He also took much better care of his new clothes. Then one day, Mom and Dad had something to tell him. "I'm going to have a baby," Mom announced. "A baby?" Aidan said. "Does that mean I get to be the big brother?" "Of course," said Dad, ruffling his hair. Aidan thought that being a big brother was an important job for a boy like him. He wanted to make sure this baby would feel understood right away. Aw, a baby! Yay! I bet this is why the author named the book When Aidan Became a Brother. In the picture, Aidan's parents are smiling really big. Aidan is smiling too, but has a look on his face like he is thinking. The baby needed clothes, so Aidan and his mom went shopping. There were so many choices. Would the baby like seahorses or penguins better? Getting ready for a new baby is so fun. In this picture, Aidan and his mom are at the store looking at all of the different choices for baby clothes. I bet Aidan loves getting to help his mom make decisions for the baby. "Are you having a boy or a girl?" asked a lady. Aidan didn't like it when people asked if he was a boy or a girl, and he hoped the baby couldn't hear yet. He was glad when Mom just smiled and said, "I'm having a baby." In this picture, we see the lady who is wearing a very pink, very fancy outfit with lots of bows. She even has a purse that looks like a bow and a little dog with a bow. We also see Aidan's mom and her growing belly. Aidan is turned away from the lady and hugging his mom and the growing baby. Again, it is kind of silly that grown-ups often ask people who are pregnant if they're having a girl or a boy. I bet Aidan doesn't like that question because everyone thought he was a girl when he was a baby. I like how his mom answers, because that is the only thing we really know, that a baby is coming. The baby and the person that baby grows into will be whoever they are meant to be, regardless of how their body looks or what they are interested in. I wonder if that is what Aidan was thinking about when his parents first told him that a baby was coming. I am going to stop reading the author's words now, but I will tell you what happens next and how the story ends. It's a really good ending. Well, more people like the lady ask frustrating questions about whether the baby is a girl or a boy, but Aidan's parents are there to help him feel safe and loved. Aidan and his dad paint the baby's room all blue with clouds that Aidan hoped would make the baby feel like they were outside and free. Aidan also thinks about all different baby names that don't feel just like a girl's name or a boy's name, but one that the baby could grow into, however they ended up feeling inside. Not surprising, our nature boy comes up with lots of nature-inspired names like river and rain and sky. Right before the baby arrives, Aidan starts to feel afraid that maybe he won't be a good brother, and that the decisions he helped his parents make for the baby might make the baby feel like he did when he was little. Aidan's mom reminds Aidan that even if they have made a mistake, and when they do make more mistakes, that the most important part is being open to fix the mistakes and start again. On the last page, the baby has arrived, and they're having a party to celebrate outside. There's a person taking pictures and lots of cupcakes and cookies and presents and friends there celebrating with Aidan and his family. Aidan is holding the baby and kissing them. I think Aidan is already the perfect brother for this baby. When I read this book, my heart feels warm and full. Is there anything better in the world than being loved and seen just as you are, even when you make mistakes? Aidan helped his parents learn to love him for who he really was, just the way he needed. I am sure that he is going to also help this baby feel loved just as they are. What a beautiful, beautiful story. This is one that we read in my house at least once a week. I hope that you can finish the story and see the beautiful pictures cuddled up in a grown-up's lap who you love and trust. Gritty kids, what a perfect reminder that you are perfect just as you are. You get to be just as you are. And it's okay if parts of you change from day to day or year to year. You get to be you in all of your forms. Trust yourself. Speak up if something doesn't feel right. Remind the grown-ups around you what feels true and safe and loving to you. Being trans is okay. Being non-binary is okay. Being a girl is okay. Being a boy is okay. Being you is okay. It doesn't matter what other people think or say. You, in all of the ways that make you, you, are perfect. There are links at the end of this episode that a grown-up can help you open to learn more about this book, When Aidan Became a Brother, the amazing author, Kyle Lukoff, and the incredible illustrator, Kailani Juanita. Thanks for listening.